If you've ever thought, why can't I just relax? Why do I always expect something to go wrong? And why do I feel anxious even when everything in my life is technically okay? And I want to offer you a different perspective, because what if it isn't anxiety? What if your nervous system simply doesn't recognize safety yet? And I know that sounds strange because most of us assume that safety means danger versus no danger, but inner safety isn't the absence of threat. It's the body's ability to believe, I can handle this. And for many people, that's something that they've never actually experienced. So today I want to talk about the difference between being calm and being safe, because they're not the same thing. And understanding that difference might completely change the way that you see yourself. Most of us think that the goal is to become calm, to stop overthinking, stop worrying, stop reacting, to finally become that person who can sit peacefully with a cup of tea while life happens around them. But here's the distinction that changes everything. Calm is a state. Safety is a relationship. You can be calm and not feel safe, and you can feel safe while experiencing real discomfort. Think about someone sitting perfectly still in a meeting. They're smiling, agreeing with everything, while internally they're terrified of disappointing someone. They look calm, their nervous system does not feel safe. Or think about the person who says yes to every favour, works overtime, answers every text immediately, and keeps everyone happy. They don't look anxious, but underneath their body's learned, if I don't keep everyone pleased, something bad might happen. That's not safety, that's adaptation. And there's a very important difference between the two. Maybe this shows up for you as checking your emails 5 times before sending them, or rereading a text message over and over, needing reassurance before making a decision, feeling guilty for resting, being unable to relax on holiday because you're quietly waiting for something to go wrong, being praised for being so independent while secretly feeling like asking for help isn't safe, feeling uncomfortable when someone is kind to you for no reason at all, pushing yourself through exhaustion because stopping feels threatening, and perhaps the biggest one, feeling strangely uncomfortable while life is actually going well. Because chaos feels familiar, peace doesn't. If any of that landed, you're not alone and you're definitely not broken. What you're experiencing isn't a personality flaw. It's a nervous system that learned very early on that certain behaviours kept you connected, accepted, and protected. Being quiet kept you safe. Being useful kept you safe. Being perfect, being funny, being invisible, being endlessly available. These weren't weaknesses. They were intelligent adaptations for an environment that no longer exists. The problem is that many of us never got the opportunity to update them. So we become adults still living by the rules that belong to an earlier version of ourselves. Don't upset people. Don't need too much. Don't make mistakes. Don't slow down. And eventually, we mistake survival strategies for personality traits. So I want to give you just enough science to make this land without the textbook version. So your nervous system has 2 primary gears. The first is your sympathetic nervous system. This is your accelerator. When it's activated, you're mobilized, alert, and ready to act. It shows up as anxiety, rushing, restlessness, and a sense that you can't settle. In your body, it might feel like tension in your jaw, a chest that won't fully open, and a breath that stays shallow. The second is your parasympathetic nervous system. This is your brake. When it's working well, you're regulated, you're present. You can think clearly, feel feelings without being swept away, and return to yourself after something hard. There's also a third state that doesn't get talked about enough, and that's collapse. When the threat feels too big or too sustained, the nervous system can shift into shutdown. It's flat, frozen, disconnected. That, I know I should feel something, but I don't state. That exhaustion that sleep doesn't touch. So here's what changes everything when you understand it. Your nervous system is constantly scanning. That's below conscious awareness before your brain starts to catch up, asking, am I safe? Do I belong here? Is this person safe? This happens automatically. Your body already has made the call before you've decided anything consciously. So when you find yourself suddenly tense in a conversation that you thought was fine, that's not irrational. Your nervous system picked something up. The question is whether the signal is current information or old patterning from a time when you had every reason to stay alert. This is where everything started to change for me. When I realised that I wasn't trying to become a calmer person, I was learning how to become a safer place to land for myself. Because inner safety isn't convincing yourself that bad things will never happen. They will, and people will disappoint you. Plans will change, and you'll get things wrong. Life will continue to be life. But inner safety says, and I'll still be here for me. It says, I can feel discomfort without abandoning myself. I can disappoint someone and still be worthy. I can rest without earning it. And I can trust myself to respond to whatever happens next. That's the difference between managing your life and actually living it. So I want to ask you something. What do you do when you're uncomfortable? Do you overwork, overthink, overexplain, overgive, withdraw, numb out, scroll endlessly? Because those behaviours aren't random. They're information. Your nervous system trying to create certainty. It's trying to create safety. The question isn't, what's wrong with me? The question is, what has my body learned it needs to do in order to feel safe? That one shift from self-criticism to curiosity is often the first real moment of change. If something in this video has recognised itself in you, in the patterns, in the science, in that gap between how safe your life looks and how safe your body actually feels, I want to give you somewhere to start. The Inner Safety Reset is a free resource I created for exactly this moment. It opens with an emotional pattern audit. It's a set of honest prompts designed to help you name what's actually happening, not just manage it. Things like, I replay conversations obsessively. I feel responsible for others' emotions. I swing between anxiety and exhaustion. I feel guilty for needing rest. Not a verdict, but a map. From there, it walks you through a nervous system tracker so that you can begin to notice your states rather than just be at the mercy of them. A belief to emotion worksheet. 5 grounding practices you can use today in the moment when your system needs to come back online. Self-trust journal prompts and a 10-minute calming audio guide. The link is in the description and in the pinned in the comments. It's free and it's yours. Start with the audit. That section alone can shift something. And I want to leave you with one question to carry with you today. Not, how do I stop being anxious, but what would help me feel just 1% safer right now? That's it. Not a transformation, not a breakthrough, just 1%. Because safety isn't something you find, it's something you build, one small moment of self-trust at a time. Next week, I'm going deeper into the perception principle, specifically the layer that most people get completely stuck on, which isn't the beliefs, even though that's what everyone focuses on. There's something beneath the beliefs that I almost never see talked about, and it's the layer that actually changes things. Subscribe and hit the bell if you don't want to miss it. I'm here every Tuesday. And if this video found someone who needed it, please share it with them. I'll see you next week.